Hey everybody! Hey Jude, how's it going? Yeah, you are the first one. I made it. So last week I didn't do one of these because I had just gotten back from a tournament and I really needed to like rest. It was a really long drive. But I'm back. I'm back and I'm going to be painting Nighthaunt. I have 20 of these babies here to paint, and what I've done so far is I have rattle canned them black on the bottom and red on top, and then I've gone through and I've sort of glazed in the transitions just to make it a little bit more vibrant and blended. So this is where they're all at so far, and then today I'm just going to be throwing some of the first highlights on. So, and the red is just these two colors mixed in various amounts. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. At least I want to get like, I'm always so lofty with my goals, but I'd like to get this one layer done on all 20 of them. So we'll see how it goes. Hey Dr. Tanya, am I, oh, is that like a Simpsons nod? I'm tired. Are you back to hack? Not really. I'm dealing with a few health issues right now. I have a few more tests next month, and so we're starting to get to the bottom of things. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm really not feeling well today. I might turn out to end up being a little bit loopy because I did take, because it's legal, my country, I did take some THC and CBD oil. So it might get a little funny later. We'll see. It takes a little bit to kick in. But I'm here with all y'all, and I'm going to paint some highlights, which is like my favorite. I mean, base coating is fun too, because you can see like you can see that you're doing good work, and it happens really fast. But I don't know, there's something like really satisfying about highlights. And these guys are just like a main battle line unit, so I don't want to spend too much time on them, but I do want them to look good. So I'm gonna mix up my paint on my palette, which might be a little too much of that pink. It's a little bit too much, so I'm gonna add a little bit more vermilion. You can do it. Yeah, of course I can do anything that I set my mind to. Probably. Yeah, I'm okay. It's like nothing life-threatening. I just I have a thing that causes me a lot of pain on a daily basis. It's not anything that will kill me, but like, I guess like you gotta make sure that it rights itself on its own before you operate, but it's been a long time. So I think I'm gonna have to go in for a day operation, probably sometime this year, and then I will feel so much better. Also, I totally forgot I'm going to be a guest on Grim After Dark on the Frontline Gaming Network tonight. I don't know how it slipped my mind. Probably because last week I kind of like hibernated a little bit. But yeah, that's happening. This actually still might be a little bit too pink, but I'm going to go in with it and see how I'm feeling about it. And as always, you gotta wait until it dries before you make up your mind. So I'm just gonna let that dry a little bit and see its final form, and then we'll go from there. I'd much rather be sitting at my desk painting Storm Boys, but I'm at the pet store helping brother and mother find stuff and things. Oh, I love going to the pet store. I actually have to go to the pet store today because my doggo needs some food. Because he's a big boy. Okay, let's see if I can get this. I always struggle with this autofocus. Turn off autofocus. Where's my autofocus? I kind of want it to be here, I think. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, there we go. See if that stays off. Sometimes I turn off the autofocus and then it just like turns itself back on again, and I'm like, what? Why? All the Grim, light 'em up. I love those guys. And I was on once before, but not in the new format, so hopefully I'm like witty enough to keep up. I'm gonna have to turn on the sass, I think. See if I can turn on the sassimeter. I think that this color is going to be okay. I think. He's still a little rascal? Yes, he will be a rascal forever, I think. But he's getting much better. He's turning into a sweetheart who likes to cuddle, so I am happy. I'm happy. I am so shaky today. This is not good. Does that mean I need more coffee? Y'all? I need more coffee. So, I had an opinion on the internet yesterday. Of course. So I had an opinion on the internet yesterday that I just think that we can probably not necessarily like rewrite that all Space Marines are dudes, but like just kind of leave out the problematic language, you know, that they used in the Horus Heresy book. Like, you could just probably leave that part out because it's like glommed onto by the not so nice parts of our community to actively gatekeep and just be hateful. But, you know, apparently that's a radical idea. And I had to, like, tune out a bunch yesterday because I was getting some, and I still am, I'm still getting some, like, crazy private messages about it, so I'm kind of, like, avoiding. They will call you the Sass Mistress. I would be okay with that. Also, there's no way I'm getting through 20 of these. I am way too shaky today. Oh, that's something I wanted to talk about, is like hobbying through... Is that a... Yeah. Is like hobbying through like chronic illness. I don't really have an illness. I've got like a disorder. I got something wrong with me. But, like sometimes you just have to accept that your body is not going to be like tippy-top shape every day, so you kind of just do your best. I'm going to try and like fight through these shakes, but you know, if I have to do something else, I'll figure it out. I do like that highlight color though. I think that's going to work for me. Also, I need to keep to my mantra that these guys don't have to be perfect, right? They're just a battle line unit. So, I had a bad experience at the tournament, and I immediately like left all of the local competitive discords that I was in for Age of Sigmar, and then on Thursday I had what could be my last coaching session with Scary, and he was like, I want you to join all those groups again. So I kind of don't want to, and I've been putting it off, but like I get why he wants me to do it, because like that's how you make friends and stuff, because that was part of the reason why the experience was so bad, was like I didn't have any friends, and then at lunch like everybody sort of booked it and took off, and I was sort of just like left there alone going like, I could have been at home playing with my friends right now. So, but I don't know, I just like really didn't have a good time. And then my third round partner was, or opponent was like possibly cheating. So, yeah, it was just like not a good time all around. It's okay. I'm shaky as a slinky sometimes. Yeah. And just trying to like be gentle on myself. What sucks about YouTube is you can't use your own emotes. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, once you monetize or whatever, you can start adding like custom ones. I don't know how it works, but because I'm not there yet, I'm not a big enough channel to monetize. So yeah, I don't know. Like if I ever do get big enough to do that, then that's something that I'll definitely look into because I think emotes are really fun. So I want to spend, like, I want to do most of the highlights up by the face. I don't want to do too much on the rest because I really want to, one, not spend a bunch of time on these guys, but also I just want the faces to kind of shine because each one is different. And I think that's neat. Like, I don't know how skulls can have character, but they do. They have character. That's a weird community that someone didn't step up to make sure you weren't stuck solo. I mean, my game was like one of the last ones to finish, so like I get it, and I'm like, I don't know anybody, right? Like everybody else has their own friend groups and stuff. I went alone. Like I don't expect people to, you know, ruin their good time just to like accommodate me. But I will tell you, it does make me like hella aware of like if I ever do go to anything in the future, which I just don't think is gonna happen, but if I do, I think I will be like hella aware if anybody is there alone. All my 40k friends grew up, so I have to play with impatient teenagers. Most of the time I just watch Glass half dead to get my kill team fix. He does make really good content. But also a good call out to TO and community organizers to go the extra mile and make sure folks aren't left in the cold. Is it their responsibility, though? Like, I don't think it's anybody's responsibility to, like, make sure I have friends, you know? Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, yeah, I didn't have a good time because I was alone when I wasn't playing my games, but, like, I don't think that's anybody's responsibility, you know? If that makes sense. I was mostly meaning that blowfish emote I still told you to make, yeah. Being the new person in the gaming night is rough, but I found that inviting my opponent to grab a bite to eat normally gets me counter-invited into their existing plans with friends. Yeah, I mean, in my local group, like in my local Age of Sigmar group, everybody is like super friendly and welcoming, and you know, we're all sort of working together to create a little hobby community. So I feel like we don't leave people out in the cold there. But I am going to be like a lot more aware of what's going on, I think. I think I put too much highlight there, so I'm going to go back in with the vermilion and just glaze that out a little bit. I don't think it's a responsibility, but personally, if I wanted to build the community in my area and make sure people were excited to come back, I'd want to at least check in with them. Sure, I mean, like, it was a charity thing, so they were super busy. Like, when they were in, like, the between rounds and stuff, they were, like, drawing a bunch of prizes. Not prizes, like, raffles and stuff, like, determining who won stuff. So I don't think they really had time to even look up to see if anybody was, like, having a bad time. I don't think the I think the TOs did a, like, really good job of, like, dealing with the situation after the fact, especially with, like, my third round opponent or whatever. I think that they did the best that they could. I just really just don't think that events are for me anymore. You know, like, I'm not outspoken enough to go and, like, elbow my way into other people's friend groups. It's just not who I am. So, like, I think if I could do that, then, like, maybe I'd have a better time at these things. You know, like, maybe they're just not for me. When I've been alone at a tournament. Hey, wanna grab lunch? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I would have known sort of where I was as well, because I was from out of town, and the TOs told me beforehand that there really wasn't anything within, like, walking distance to go grab, and I hate driving in Vancouver, but, like, if I felt comfortable driving in Vancouver or knew where to go for food, then I think I probably would have asked somebody to go with me if there was anybody there, but I don't know. I'm just not, like, to be honest with you, I don't think I learned how to be assertive like that in social situations, because when I was a kid, like, I was bullied pretty heavily. I didn't really get a lot of opportunities to, like, learn social skills like that, and I just assume everybody's gonna hate me. You know, I don't want to, like, force my personality on people. If that makes sense. And I don't know, maybe that's like some imposter syndrome stuff or whatever, or is it's definitely, like, past hurt baggage. But yeah, that's just sort of, like, how I feel about stuff, so. And yeah, I could probably do better about working through it, but until then, I don't know, I just feel like probably it's not my thing. It's not for me. When Tanya stops breathing, the chat must spam blowfish emote. Yeah, I should really get that made. Have you been thinking about throwing your own events? Maybe small ones. I don't really have the time. Like, I feel like in a lot of cases, the content creators don't really have a lot of spare time to plan stuff like that. And, like, if I did, I'd want to do it well, because I used to plan roller derby events, so, like, I'd want to make sure that it was an event, like, it was super fun, and I don't think that I have enough time to do it properly. But I have helped plan game days. I am helping to plan a terrain making day at my local game store. So we're gonna do that. You know what? I should just do the last highlight at the same time. I'm just gonna do it. So we're, like, I am doing small things. I'm also gonna be running a Necromunda Dominion campaign, just a small one for some friends. So I do have some plans to do some small things, but like something huge like a tournament, especially when I am not feeling tournaments right now. I don't know if that's a smart thing to do. But I have this idea for a game day where instead of like win-loss records, because my local people playing Age of Sigmar right now are like really not competitive, I thought maybe it would be cool just to like split up by super faction, and then you gain points for your like god or gods, right? So like chaos super faction, destruction super faction, and like all of your game points go towards the final score, and then you'll have like a super faction winner. That's an idea that I have that I'd like to do someday. And then people could get like maybe the social feel of a tournament without feeling like the win-loss record means anything. You can learn as an adult. I think I need some like mentorship to help me. Val Heffelfinger suggested that I get a dice caddy for an event. Colin, how's it going? How are you doing? Isofist, I definitely don't approach others either. It's like scary when you've got a background of people just being really not nice to you. It's like hard to break out and reach out to people. We're here watching you paint minis, following your content on YouTube and other places based on your personality. I know, and that is so weird to me. Like, I'm so happy that you guys are here, but then the imposter syndrome kicks in. I'm like, man, if they really knew the real me, they wouldn't stick around. But I'm super grateful for everybody to be here as I stumble my way through this hobby. Also, like, can we just take a moment to appreciate that even though I have shakes, I'm still at Shylining. Why? I like that super faction idea, right? Like, I feel like it could be a fun time. Don't worry, Tanya, about doing a perfect job. Also, sometimes I feel like the only miniature painter that doesn't use Artist Opus brushes. 25-cent brushes, baby. Love this idea. Did something similar for a long 40k weekend. Winning scored points played for the faction. Losing scored half points played. So most important was playing. Oh, I love that. Waiting for my local store to open up so I can go buy a few copies of the White Dwarf magazine. Congratulations, Colin, for getting featured in White Dwarf with your amazing dreadnought. So proud of you. I would only go to an event that Tanya throws if I was, 1, able to get to her, and 2, if I had a real AOS army. I mean, my events would probably be super chill and be like, I would just want people to play rather than anything else. So we could do like Warhammer or whatever. I think we've been chatting about the hobby for a few years now. Just a few? Probably 3 or 4? Wait, was I following you on my old account, Colin? If I went AOS, I would most definitely go with Blood for the Blood God. Blades of Corn. There's a guy in my local who plays Blades of Corn. He is so much fun. We had actually played 40k before I stopped playing 40k, and he came out all the way from the next town over to come play this game with me, and we had so much fun. And then when he said something about like how he wanted to play Age of Sigmar but didn't have anybody, and I was like, oh, come join our group. So he did, and now he's like, he comes from the next town over with these gas prices to come and play with us. I'm so proud of myself for pushing through all these like weird shakes. And I did a little bit too much here, so I'm gonna go in with that other highlight color and just glaze over it a little bit, tone it down. I still recommend checking out Blood Bowl. Such a good break from 40k. Colin, I tried playing Blood Bowl and I didn't get it. Like, I was like, where's the terrain? Like, I don't know. I need, like, that visual experience on the table. I just didn't get it. I arrange small events from time to time as well, up to 12 participants. Play as much as you want, score best 3. First prize is sportsmanship, second best painted, and third best general. Yeah, see, I just think that, like, events could be so much more than 2,000 points match play. And I'm starting to realize that I just like the social aspect of gaming more. Like, that's what was fun for me about playing 40k in tournaments. And now that my team isn't really playing, there's really no point in me going to 40k tournaments. I mean, really, I just don't want to play 40k right now. If they all started to come back and play again, then I'd be into it, but you know, they're off doing other stuff. I get it. I'm trying real hard with these highlights. Ugh. Actually, it's not so bad. I think I can go back and clean it up when I don't have such shakiness going on here. How do you like the new Necromunda, and what gang do you play? Okay, so I never played old Necromunda, so I'm gonna like preface that. I have nothing to compare it to, except other Games Workshop games. So, with that in mind, I think Necromunda is really crunchy. It reminds me a lot of 7th edition in many ways, except it's super narrative. There's lots of like, oh, that was not a good judgment call there. There's lots of randomness in the game. So you don't get to really choose which or how many or which gangers you bring to each fight, which is like chaotic, right? And I kind of like that. And the missions are inherently not balanced at all, which I kind of like that. Like, from a narrative point of view, I really like that. I am sort of, oh man, I'm not happy with how these highlights are turning out. I've been playing the game wrong, so I'm deep diving the rules so that I play right, and I'm planning out a Dominion campaign at the same time as I'm making like cheat sheets, essentially. for all the players, because like most people are going to be playing have never played before, so this is going to be like a really beginner friendly kind of campaign as we work together essentially to learn this game, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be really fun. There's 6 of us that are going to play. I think everybody has different factions as well. I'm playing Escher. I know I'm the only Escher player. And yeah, I'm super excited. Super excited. It's going to be super fun. And I think it'll be like the good break that I need to sort of clear my head and get over my loss of Warhammer 40k friends. Yeah, and I play Escher. I'm gonna call them the Acid Jackals. I think I just really like how that sort of rolls off the tongue. I'm all about the tasty melee combat. It's why I play Orcs in 40k, and I want to play Chaos Marines World Eaters. Definitely World Eaters are all about the melee. I like to play Kill Team using Dungeon Bowl terrain. Would work for Warcry as well. What is Dungeon Bowl? Yes. If you need somebody to talk you into playing Corn, look no further than Mark. I know I wanted to get like all of this done, and it's like halfway through my stream, and I have yet to finish all the highlights on one dude. I have no concept of time anymore. That's okay. I should do some like joy of painting stuff. You're not on a schedule. You create on your own time. Although I will say these highlights are really hard to do right now, so. Ugh. Dungeon Bowl is a form of Blood Bowl. Oh? And it has terrain, you say? See, now you're talking. I don't know, they just like the guys that I was playing with, they just sort of like rolled it out, and it was just like a mat, and I was like, wait, where's the rest of it? And I was like, oh, this is the rest of it. And I thought because I played roller derby that I'd really like it. I'd be like, okay, like I can look at it like roller derby, and I don't know, it just didn't grab me. Colin's been trying to get me to do it for like ever. But I did try it. I didn't even make it through one game. I was like, I'm bored. Oh my goodness. This is so hard right now. I have to do a lot of blending after here. I hope if anything that I'm showing everybody how to like fix your mistakes. Because I am making a few. It's probably telling me that it's like time to to move on to the next one. I played a game of Blood Bowl and didn't really find it fun. I don't know if it's because it just wasn't the game for me or simply because I played against Black Orcs and got absolutely stomped. Blood Bowl is all about the teams, not the board. Dungeon Bowl is similar teams associated with wizards colleges and have other tasks as well as the main game. Okay, so that sounds more my thing. Honestly. I chose to make happy accidents instead of mistakes. Me too. I don't hate my mistakes. And like sometimes your mistakes are not like bad because they teach you something, right? Like they teach you, oh, well, I don't like doing it that way. Well, that's just I found a way that I don't like doing it. It's not a mistake really. Okay, I think I'm going to call that there. I think that's good. Good enough for a Chainrasp. What do you think? Good enough? I don't think he needs much more than that, personally. Yeah, we're going to call that one done. Moving on. Just put him in a little pile there. Ooh, this guy's cool. I don't know, there's like something so heavy metal about these dudes. I love them. Want to paint turquoise plasma gun on the Leagues of Voltan. Which color paint would you use? Turquoise, hey? I mean, so I'll just pull out this guy here. So let's say this is like the turquoise color that you wanted to paint. I mixed all these colors, so if you don't want to do that, I'm sorry, but that's just how I roll. So this one it's this color mixed with this color. So this is the base coat, and then you mix in more and more toxic mist until you get to like the color that you want, and then the highlights are just like full toxic mist, and that's that color. But turquoise means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, so but that's how I did that. And it's one of my favorite colors. Okay. Let's do this little cutie. This cutie patootie. Blood Bowl is about... Oh yeah, no, I read that one already. You'd probably like the Ogre team. They are a lot of fun, but hard. Blood Bowl teams are divided into 3 tiers as well. Oh, interesting. I mean, I really like the models, so I could at some point see me painting just to paint the models. But I have so much stuff that I have to paint for games that I want to play that it will be a while yet. And I am going to be trying a new game called Mythos. It's a game in the Cthulhu mythos. Shocking. And it's a skirmish game. So I think maybe next week I'll paint some of those models, and that's by War Cradle Studios, I think it's called. So I think maybe that's what I'll do next week. Do you guys want to see me paint some Cthulhu stuff? My warband is like a bunch of book nerds, and I love it. I might have chosen them because they're nerds. My people! When I played the new edition of Kill Team, I feel like the older version was better because it implemented a lot of the 40k rules. Oh, interesting. Tier 1 supposed to win 75% of the time. Tier 2 around 50%. Tier 3 around 10% of the time. Ouch! So it's like super inherently imbalanced by design? Like, is it designed like that? And if it's designed like that, why? Just like for the lulz? Vince Venturella has a great explanation of turquoise and matching colors with it. Oh, interesting. I never watch painting videos. That's like, I watched the Slap Chop one because Rob is hilarious. But I just like to experiment with stuff. But I get, like, if people spend a lot of money on models, they don't want to, like, take too many risks with them. I get that. So I'm glad that those videos exist. But I'm just like, there's more models. Has anyone here ever heard of the board game Blood Rage? No, I have not. What's its deal? What's its deal? It's designed like that, but lower tier teams get a chance for bonuses. Oh. Okay, so they get like a little like a handicap, like in golf or something? Well, I guess the bigger tiers would get like the handicap? Is that? That seems pretty cool. Only for one team, Snotlings. Play the absolute worst team in the game, but I get to cheat. Elves can run and pass, move fast, orcs hit hard, and goblins, etc. cheat. That's funny. I could see goblins cheating, honestly. That's funny. Like I said, though, I really like the models. I think the models are absolutely stunning. But I think most of the time the models for like basically any game except the big ones are the best. Like Necromunda models are incredible. The models from Blackstone Fortress were also super nice. I don't know if it's just because like GW tries harder with those games. I'm not sure. But yeah, I find a lot of the models in the games that are like not 40k are so nice. Hello Alex, how's it going? It's a Viking game where Ragnarok is destroying everything, so you must lead your clan to fight and raid other people and win glory points to win the game. It sounds like Space Wolves. I'm in. Yeah. I'm kind of color deaf. I have a lot of difficulty imagining colors in combination or imagining how something might look, so it's more helpful for someone to explain it to me. Oh, that makes sense. I use an app so that I can sort of like see what things look like together. You can get wizards or extra players, and in my case, I get to bring grenades and chainsaws. Amazing. Have you tried painting any of the Infinity models? No, and it's kind of a shame because my husband owns a lot that are not painted. So I could just steal one and paint it and see how it goes. And I love like cyberpunk kind of style. Cyberpunk was one of the very first role-playing games that I ever played, so that kind of genre is like, it's my jam. It's my jam. I love the AOS models compared to 40k. I kind of do too, honestly. Like, some of them are just so pretty. Oh no. Oh no. Let it. Okay, let's try that one again, shall we? Snotlings are ace, 2 games in, 19 fouls committed. Amazing. Yes, Cyberpunk, yes! Yeah, my husband was game mastering Cyberpunk when I first got into role-playing games. Oh man, like that character is still one of my favorite characters that I ever played. She was so incredible, and I had so much fun playing her. But I think my husband and I were going to play Call of Cthulhu, just the two of us, and we're gonna see how it goes. So, it just cause, like, when you get to be a certain age, like, getting all your friends together, like, getting your schedules to line up is so difficult. So, I think that we're just gonna dip in, just the two of us. I'm playing 2 characters in the campaign. I'm super excited. One is a psych nurse, and the other one is a tarot card reader with a local, well, not local, but like a traveling carnival. So, super excited. They both have great backstories. There are 2 other games like Blood Rage, but one is based on Japanese myth and the other is based on Egyptian. Oh, that's kind of cool. Many people hated the video game because it was a buggy disaster. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really play video games much anymore. I feel like I would much rather be painting in a lot of cases. Scary was like, hey, you want to play like Total War Warhammer? And I was like, no. You want to play Civilization? Civilization's not allowed in my house. I will, if Civilization is in my house, like, I will not do any of my adult responsibilities. I'll just be like Civilization all the time. It's not allowed. Do you guys have any games like that? That's like not allowed to be in your house because you will like not do anything except play that game? Fallout 3 is another one that I just like played the crap out of, and all of my adult responsibilities kind of went by the wayside. So that's another one. Can't have it in my house. Hello, Rob. How's it going? Total War is awesome. I know, everybody keeps telling me that, but I don't know, like, I just feel like I have too much to do all the time, right? Like, I gotta edit a video tomorrow and upload it and do all that stuff. Don't have time to play video games. I have this small addiction to YouTube mini painting shows that are on during work hours. Thank goodness for that, Mark. Oh, did you see what I did with your, with some of the models that you sent me? Did you see? Did you see? I painted them. I painted 5 of these guys. So Mark sent me like at least 2,000 points of ogres. So I'll show them off. So I painted 5 of them. I painted 5 lead belchers. They really didn't take me that long either. I'm super proud of myself for just like getting her done. But yeah, I painted them a different skin color than the ogres that I had before because I kind of want them just to be like all mixed up. Because I play them as Meat Fist and they're like the biggest tribe and they just sort of like absorb the other tribes that they fight. So I thought that would be more thematic. So these are like the first 5 of this skin color, and then I think I'm going to do them in batches where they'll just all be different skin colors because I think that that'd be really cool. So there's the first 5 done that you sent to me. And that is because none of the games I would play can run on the PS4. My friend isn't allowed to do actual physical Magic the Gathering because he'll just buy a crap ton of cards. He's done okay with the video game versions where he doesn't need to buy actual cards. Yeah, Magic the Gathering, man, that's a wormhole you could travel down. And also, like, I've been really bad for not posting things that I've painted on my Instagram. Like, I've painted so much stuff and just not posted it. Because I got those guys, I've got a butcher, I've got, like, a bunch of Nighthaunt stuff, and just, like, not posting it. You all should send me private messages and be like, hey, did you post on Instagram? Just take some pictures of your minis. Just totally go to town. Socially shame me, and then I will do it. And I will do it. Are those models from another ogre army? Like, where did I get them? Mark sent them to me. I don't know where he got them from, but I was happy to give them a new home. And I'm gonna, like, paint them, like, I'm gonna do a little bit of Nighthaunt, then I'm gonna do a little bit more ogres. I'm gonna do, like, I'm just gonna go back and forth with, like, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, so that I don't get burnt out of doing the same thing over and over again, which I also think was part of the problem with playing Warhammer 40k. Just, like, binge and do so much of the same color over and over and over again. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some... I'm gonna try so hard. My dog is right here, so I think I'm gonna end up getting bumped while I do these highlights, but that's okay. Do you guys want to see my dog? Look at my dog. Oh, look at my dog. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Look at... Hi, Lucas. Hi, Lucas the Trickster. How you doing, buddy? Okay, good boy. Good boy. That's my best friend. Sounds like my early teens. Played Civ 1 on my Amiga so insanely much. What's an Amiga? I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I played Civilization a lot, and I'm not allowed to have it in my house anymore. We lived that life. We're over it now. You know, I'm not doing a particularly good job on these guys, but I really like how they're looking. Spoopy. Go Lucas! He's so cute. Like, he does this thing where he just comes and, like, puts his nose on you like this, like, and just leaves it there until you pet him. It's so cute. He's just so cute. Can't handle it. Like, I'm pretty happy. These guys are looking good. They're looking so good. I'm painting Nighthaunt too. Super flimsy. Yeah. I don't have him here, but my Guardian of Souls, I broke the arm off 3 times. I'm like scarred for life. So I need to make some sort of magnetized carrying solution. So that's also going to be on my hobby to-do list, because if they even roll around even just a little bit, they just get so messed up. So yeah. But I think I have a plan. I just have to collect all the things for it, and I have enough magnets. The Magnet Baron was so kind as to send me some magnets. I think he really wanted me to try magnetizing stuff, but I'm not going to do it. But they will work. They will work really good for some sort of solution so that I can bring these guys to the game store and not worry about them breaking. That is not the best line ever, so I'm gonna fix this one. I'm gonna fix it because it's really thick. So I'm gonna go back into my mixed highlight color and just tone it down a little bit. Just tone it down. I send you a pic of a big mech on Instagram as you had requested. Thank you very much. I'm using the A case for carrying them. Quite expensive, but it has been my best investment in the hobby. If I thought I was going to be bringing them to tournaments, I'd probably invest in something, but I'm just going to be going down to the game store with them. So I think I could make something with the really useful box and some magnets. I think it'll be good. And then because it's a really useful box, it'll like stack with all of my other army boxes, because I've made foam trays that fit inside of them. So I think that'll be the most convenient. And I did too much on that one. Is too much. It is too much, so I'm gonna go in with the this color. Tone it down. You know, the this color. Oh my god, I did it again. I did it again. That's okay. That's good enough. So my eyes are so bad that I actually can see a little bit better when I look at the screen than when I look at the actual model, because I have to like paint quite a far way, like away from my face, so that you guys can see it. I can almost see it better up here. So funny. Also, do you guys like my nails? I got them to match my Beast Claw Raiders for the tournament last weekend. I think it's like cut a dorky to like get your nails to match your army, but I've done it before with my Custodes. I did it for these. I'll probably do it for like my guard army at some point, maybe when like the new codex comes out. Maybe put some transfers on them bad boys. And I'm going to like level with everybody. Sometimes when you're like at the game store or you're at a tournament and you're the only girl there, sometimes it really makes you want to like hold on to like the feminine things about you. So sometimes I dress up a little extra fancy depending on how I'm feeling for game day. That's just my thing. I know nothing about AOS, but I bought one box of Chainrasps and I love painting them. What other box would be useful to start collecting Nighthaunt? Honestly, Bladegeist, I think, are really good. They are able to be buffed up pretty good with a Guardian of Souls. So if you have a Guardian of Souls and a Bladegeist unit, you can just like spooky your way out there and kill stuff. So in terms of characters, I think you definitely want a Guardian of Souls, and you can actually find those probably secondhand. They're everywhere because they were in, I think they were in a couple of boxes actually. So Guardian of Souls, and I would say probably a Spirit Torment, because it can just bring back 3 models, like not D3 or anything like that. Like it literally just brings back 3 models to a summonable unit, like Chainrasps or Bladegheists, at the end of every combat phase. So it's so good because it happens before you take Battle Shock. And yeah, I just think that they're super awesome. Plus the models are really cool. Just be careful on the Guardian of Souls that you don't break off the sword arm like I did 3 times. Always the bold choices in nail design. Always. I kind of like to approach it the same way that I approach my painting. Like I try to choose colors that I would put on one of my minis, which are usually kind of more bold colors. Doggo! Is he back here? He's not back here yet, is he? He's adorbs. He's so cute. He just wants to be everybody's friend. I would say he's a good boy, but sometimes he's a terror. But most of the time, he's a good boy. But also, Kurdos Valentian for Nighthaunt is a beat stick. Like, if you're just looking for straight power, he's amazing. Plus, the spirit hosts. This is what I did this weekend at the game night, is I put spirit hosts with him, so he kept bouncing wounds off to the spirit hosts, and then he would just like run in and or countercharge and just like murder whatever came his way. Okay, that looks good. Guys, I like this. These guys look so good. Like, the bed sheets are my aesthetic, I think. I don't want too much of this bright highlight down here. Oh, as I... Dang it! Okay, let me fix this boo-boo that I did here. Dang boo-boos. As I did one here as well. Good job, Tanya. Oh, good job. I had all these plans to do stuff today, and I don't know, sort of being sick kind of ruined them. So, well, I shouldn't say sick, but just like feeling in pain. It's kind of ruined them. Like now I take a medicine so I can't drive. So I'm gonna have to like get my husband to drive me down the pet store, do all this stuff. So I'm just gonna do like the bare minimum. Oh gosh! Dang it! So sad. I'm just like killing it today. Okay, let's fix this. Goodness gracious me. It's a Nighthaunt boo-boo. I'll forgive it. I'll forgive that mark just because it was kind of cute. I'm going to be the guest, one of the guests on Miniature Frontier. They're doing their 24-hour charity stream for, in support of Mind, which is, or was it Mind? It's either Mind, yeah, I think it's Mind or Calm, one or the other, and, I thought I was just gonna like hang out and paint stuff, but they're like, oh, we're having a dad joke challenge. And I was like, oh, poo. So if you guys want to hear me groan a lot for like an hour and also support a really great charity, why don't you stop in? I think it's in July actually. And yeah, you can watch them bombard me with dad jokes. And if you go to Instagram and you type in k.legs, it takes you to Carrie's page and you can find all the information there about the whole thing. And then you can set up reminders, because there's a bunch of great guests that are coming on. Like Pleasant Kenobi's going to be on, Scardy's going to be on. It's going to be a lot going on. So hopefully they make a lot of money for charity. When I went on last year, it was like nearing the end, and I feel like everybody was like delirious, because it was like, I don't know if you've ever stayed up for over 24 hours, but it's hard on you. What's wrong with dad jokes? I just don't like them. I like clever ones. I should preface that. I like clever ones, but I stream with Scary on Thursdays and Fridays, and his jokes are just not good. It's just not good. But yes, I like cute ones. I like clever ones. But I'm just like inundated by like bad ones. Scary. It's not my fault, okay? Spell out Cadia stands. I don't know. Okay. Guys, I think it looks really good. I took up the highlights higher than I did on the characters. I think it looks really good. I might have to go back and visit those characters and throw more bright highlights on them. I think. Maybe. Hey, Mr. Initiative, how's it going? Okay, this one's done. Yeah, it's good enough. Space Wolves. I am going to revisit my Space Wolves at some point this year. I've like decided. I have a bunch of Primaris stuff that I want to paint up as Space Wolves, so yeah, I have a Redemptor Dreadnought, which I really, really want to do. Space Corgis, best Corgis, 20 Wolfguard with jump packs. Oh, I'm gonna play them as successor chapter. Okay. Well, I should probably take my dog for a walk and then take him to the pet store so we can pick out some food. So, I got 2 done, all the way up to their base highlights, or their tippy top highlights. So they came a long way, baby. And I'm into it. So, there we go. We got 2 done. Not the 20 I was hoping for, but, you know, sometimes your body has other plans for you. So tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be on the Frontline Gaming Network, and I will be on Grim After Dark. No idea what we're going to talk about, but probably some of the crazy stuff that you see in the Warhammer community. I'm sure we'll be going over some of that and giving our opinions on it, and I'm so excited to hang out with the guys again because they are so fun. So, tune in tonight. If you've not seen Grim After Dark before, it's a really funny sort of take on the Warhammer community. It kind of points out some of the good things and the bad things that you see, and makes it a little like lighthearted fun. So come on down and hang out with us as we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly in the Warhammer community. Sons Army Direwolves. Ooh, nice. Thank you for the stream. You're very welcome. Whatever you do, don't post pics of them on Insta. I've heard that's not a thing. Are you using reverse psychology on me, Mark? Because that probably will work as well. Just saying. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me today, everybody. I really appreciate it. I love hanging out with you and hearing what you all are up to. And I'm gonna probably be painting some Mythos stuff next week. So if you want to see some Cthulhu-inspired miniatures, let's do that next week. I think that'll be really fun. And then you can hear me talk out my process as I pick colors and stuff, which I always think is really fun to share with you all. So have a great day, everybody. I love you all, and be nice and roll dice. Bye-bye.